Happy Tuesday to one and all. Join me this afternoon for a quick check-in for, I believe it is the third week of September. Let's get rolling. Welcome back to Katie's Budgets. We are doing our weekly check-in and we are looking at what we spent on week 2 and getting set for week 3. So I've got you zoomed in just a little bit so that hopefully you can see what it is that I'm actually doing. But let's kind of just do a real quick recap about what we did last week. So last week, which was the week of the 5th through the 13th, we didn't have anything that we carried over from spending. We had $65 that we carried over for grocery, and then we stuffed $50 for spending and $100 for grocery. We didn't stuff anything for home or pets. So now the challenge is to see what we have left. And just as a reminder, anything that is left in my spending category, I pull and I set that aside to go towards our savings challenges. So let us take a quick look. So first of all, I have quite a bit of change. So let me get that out real quick. And any change that I have, we put that towards the penny savings challenge that I am working on. So if you haven't visited one of my savings challenge videos, certainly encourage you to do so. They're a lot of fun. We play a lot of different types of challenges over there. So, and I know that savings challenges can be very intimidating at first because it feels like you have to have all this money to be able to play games and that kind of thing. And honestly, all I do is challenge myself not to spend all of my spending money, and then what I have left is what I get to play with. So unless I am specifically able to do an additional amount to put towards that. So you shouldn't feel any real pressure on that, just simply because do what you can. Even if it's $1 into a $1 savings challenge, that is, certainly progress. Any progress is good progress. So of our $50 from last week, we have 20, 30, 35, 40, 41, 2, 3, and 4. So I really didn't spend a whole lot last week. All right, let me count that one more time. 20, 30, 35, 40, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yep. So I have, I'm going to slide the wallet out of the way. So I have 44 left over. Oops. That means I spent $6 out of my spending money, and we are not rolling any of that over. So all of that is just going to get set aside, and we are going to put that towards our savings challenges. And then for grocery, we do have some left over for grocery, and we have 20, 30, 35, and 40. So I had 165, and my brain is not, what did I say, 40? I guess I could do that one. That I can work in my head. Goodness. So I have 45 or 40, 20, 30, 35, 40, $40 is what I have left. So I spent 125 last week, and we are going to roll that $40 over. Okay, so that means we had a total of 84 left over, but we're only rolling over 40, and I spent 131 total last week. So that is pretty good. Okay, so the only thing we're rolling over is the $40 from grocery. So I'm going to move this up a little bit, and our balance for spend is 0. Grocery is 40, home is 0, and pets is 0. So our starting balance with everything is $40. Okay, so out comes, and I'm going to kind of zoom you out just a little bit. Out comes our variables finder, and this is where all of the money in between weeks and whatnot gets placed when I do my paycheck cash stuffing, so that I can only carry what I absolutely need to have. So before I do too much, I'm going to set this into my rollover, and I need to fix that envelope. But for spend, we need to give ourselves our $50. So we're going to give ourselves a 20, 2 10s, and 2 5s. And that will leave us with $50 for next week. So we have 20, 30, 40, 45, and 50. So set what we're putting on our wallet aside and pop this back in there. And we're gonna play the musical binder. Okay. So in our spending envelope, we're just gonna put that $50 in. So there's 20, 30, 40, 45, and 50. And like I said, I challenge myself to try to have money left over. And I've got a game I'm going to tomorrow, so I'll probably be spending a little bit of that. And I don't know, maybe some coffee through the week. We'll see. Okay. And then groceries. So let me write this down before I totally forget what I just did. Groceries, we're going to add 150. So I have a total of 250 that we stuffed during the paycheck cash stuffing. And usually this week, this first week of my pay period, tends to be a more spendy week at the grocery store. So I'm going to go ahead and give myself 150. So there's 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40. I'm going to give myself that 10 for 150. And that will leave us with $100 for next week. So 20, 40, 60, 80, and 100. And I don't panic. If I don't have any rollover for next week, it is what it is. I think that I've budgeted my funds enough that I can typically handle just about anything that comes through. So, and I do have, you know, some reserves and that kind of thing that if I need to, I can always take money out of my spending if I need to kind of help replenish the groceries. That's okay. So with our $40 already in there, we should have 190. So there's 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, and 90. And this week I am going to give myself some money for home. So I'm going to go ahead and give myself $40 for home. That way I can go ahead and pick up anything that I might need. I know that I need a few things like paper plates and that kind of thing. So I'm going to pull the tracker out here, because these funds are used for anything that is household expenses. So laundry detergent, trash bags, you know, anything that's not for me personally, or that is food related is going to come out of this fund. So I'm going to give myself a 20, a 10, and 2 5s. And we had 110, so we have 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, and 70 left over. That should there be something that I did not pay attention to that comes up and was unexpected, I do have other funds I can pull from. So we have pulled 40, and we have 70 left. So that is going to go into the home envelope in my wallet. Okay. And pets, I think everything right now is currently being sent by Chewy, so I kind of probably have to look at my calendar to see what it is that may be due next and take some funds out of that category. But I think for right now we're okay. We don't have to worry about that. So we have stuffed a total of $240 for a total of $290 so far. So that gets us taken care of for this week. We are all set for next week. Hopefully you guys have an awesome week. If there's any questions that you have on any of the things that I do on this channel, certainly leave those questions down in the bottom in the comments. And if you haven't already, certainly subscribe. There's some exciting things that are coming. I've got some Etsy launch things that are coming. We do savings challenges that are fun, that sort of thing. And thanks so much if you were able to stick around this long. I truly appreciate your time, and we will see you on Friday for a savings challenge video. Thanks so much, everyone. Bye.